when we talk about universal basic income, we talk about a different way of looking at what basic human rights are. I wonder if you'll talk about it through that lens and the paradigm shift that would be needed, not just in China, but in discussions of universal basic income. That would be a huge paradigm shift here in the United States as well.
Yes, I feel what we in this very rich, very rapidly developing world today are struggling with is inequality, is the unbalanced life opportunities. And we don't seem to have a good solution. We are further and further divided into pockets of society. And what is our shared common needs or aspiration, right? What would be good for the social good? So I think UBI fundamentally addresses that. Different people could be entitled to the same thing, same benefits, just simply by being a citizen of the society. I think that shifts a lot of the divisions in our societies. And I'm a mother of young children. I look at my children, I think about what they have and what others may not have. And I think, especially for children, they deserve to have the same basic bundle of goods and opportunities.
Do you think from a philosophical level that will have more resonance on a society like Chinese society than it would in a not that China doesn't have its share of capitalism, but in a purely capitalistic, individualistic society like the US? It's a philosophical question.
Yeah, that's been on my mind, especially as I compare the US and Chinese societies. They are very similar in valuing individual efforts. So efforts is hard to measure. I mean, you could say this person worked hard, the other person didn't work hard, but the endowment of what you are born into often is not taken into account when we talk about that.
Yeah. When you're born into privilege versus when you're born into poverty, there's just different opportunities.
And the awareness that we don't even have, because you are born and you are brought up in this particular environment, whether it's a poor or a rich environment, you're just not that aware of what's outside and what your peers are doing. So I think we do have those barriers to break and those bridges to build. And I'm hoping UBI, as one of the policy solutions, could try to achieve that. It will not be easy in the US or in China, because that's not very much deeply rooted in our cultures.
It also challenges this, I think, very American assumption or fear that, giving people free cash will create a disincentive to work.
Yeah.
Proponents of UBI generally seem to believe that people in general want to work.
Yeah, and from my research about welfare work and poverty, people do want to work if they can. Of course, some people don't think the care they are providing is work, because our society are not socialized to think that way, which is unfortunate. All the people who are getting the benefits want to work. They want the dignity. They want to be able to contribute. And there's a body of research in the international literature to look at how welfare benefits affect people's consumption of what they call temptation goods, basically alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. We don't have evidence to show that people are using the money not so wisely.